And we're back in VRising. Last we left off, we made our castle heart, and we claimed some land around it. We have our Lord of Shadows quest journal to accept. We're gonna go ahead and do that right now. Let's see what we get. Walls and structures. Ooh, now I can protect my territory. I can place some palisades, sades, whatever. Get a coffin and a stash. Now the tricky part here is we're gonna need some stone. But thankfully, the farming for these resources is pretty quick. I mean, let's see what we get just by breaking these old walls down, right? We now have 330 stone, so that's perfect. We also want to break this tree down. Let's cut this big old tree down. Let's open up our spot. The main focus for protection, and I know this is single player, but I'm pretty sure that roaming bands of enemies still will come up here. So we want to protect our entrances. So we kind of want to get our building. And if you do play in a multiplayer world, or your own single player, you're going to want to build your radius of your castle heart out to these ramps. Now, these are the entrances. I have one here, and I have one here. So it's a very important part of the game to defend your base, get those castle walls up. Break that. Make it all nice and pretty, because you can add some stairs, you can add some cool walls, different marbling ground. It's a very, very cool crafting system. Let's get some more lumber, because we're going to have to make a coffin for ourselves as well. And then we also, once we get these quests done, we're desperate to go and get some blood. We're going to go... Hopefully the next quest will bring us out to go kill some things, because we got a lot to do. So let's build. So we can make some cheap old wooden walls. But I want to at least get to... Ooh, there's some wolves over there. What am I missing? Oh, I don't have any blood essence. Rats. I guess we'll do 3 quick ones. We'll end up taking these down later. And then I need to make a coffin for myself. And then we need to make a stash. So we have the resources to do this. We'll just make it quick, just so we can get this done. And move on to the next. Construct and interact with a sawmill. So now we're going to get into production. So we have things like bloody press, sawmills, furnaces. Like this game goes deep. These are the fundamentals. Mist braziers, or brazier, however you want to say it. These will use bones, but what they do is they block out the sun. So if I put one here, and I want to activate it during the day, I can put these bones here, and then when it gets daytime and I want to work at my base, I can turn that on to be protected. Now, this is good because this is a container where we can store all this good stuff. We got some stone bricks, blood rose, tainted heart. We need that blood press for this. Pine cone, all the goods. Now, unfortunately, it wants us to make some stuff, and we're kind of hurting. So I think what we need to do is we need to venture out. But, let's interact with that. I don't know if I have to interact with my coffin to make sure it's my, sleepy. Let's wake up. It's such a cool effect. But we know if we die, we're spawning there. So let's go out and kill some stuff. Plus, I want to get the most out of my blood pool here. Whoa. Bad wolfies. 9%er. 3%er. And a 1. See? I mean, us finding that 100 was amazing. wonder if there's an auto pickup. Because having the F a lot is not great. So we needed to make a sawmill, right? So, oh, we can make lighting too. Oh, so pretty. So much we can do. 400 lumber, 80 stone. So I think what we're really looking for, and we need to make a simple workbench as well. So planks, but we need the sawmill for that. Stone and animal hide. So we have the animal hide. But we need to get some stone. And we need to get some wood. Oh, this is a little bandit camp. We're all kind of high up there, huh? Let's see what we can do. Oh no, he's a level 20. Oh no! Okay, so remember how I mentioned, hey, the archers aren't too bad. They become bad. Ow! As... Oh no, we're gonna get trapped. Oh no, 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 no. Eek! When there's a lot of them and they can hit multiple spots. Alright, we gotta deal with this guy quick. Because he's a problem. Alright. Can we get in here and... Oh no. There's so many. So many bad guys. Paper is important. I know we need paper in the future. So whatever we find now, let's grab. Ow, stop. Stop. Just stop. No, I missed. I missed the skill shot. Okay. Whew. That was terrifying. Now, I don't want to go in there just yet, but here's an example of, like, we got a lot of stuff in there. There's going to be all sorts of good stuff. Chests, enemies, stuff for us to loot in there. And that's kind of why I wanted to build around here. Is we'll be able to go in there, get a bunch of stuff like paper. I forget what else is going to be around here, but I think there's a copper mine around here as well, though we might have a nice abundance of copper above us. But yeah, this is definitely the spot I wanted to be in. Because we can come down, hit that camp, come back. Well, what level is that guy? Oh, he's a boss guard. Oof. Now, there's going to be other sorts of people out there, too. And I think we can see them with... Might be P? No, P is our progress. Let me see. P is our clan. Is it Tab? Nope. J. So here are our abilities, and we unlock these as we go through. There's Unholy, there's Illusion, Chaos, and Frost. And a lot of these vampire powers come, oh, left control. We got that there was an action wheel. A Blood Mend, this will heal me. And then Expose Vein. What does that do? Lower your guard to allow other vampires to drink your blood. Oh. So that would be helpful if I get 100 blood pool and I want to share that with another clan member. Good to know. We must have enough now to make that stuff. Oh no, hot, 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 hot. It's very dangerous to go AFK, for sure. Wanted to see planks we can't do yet. We need to make our refinement, which is this. Oh, we need a lot more lumber, but we left some lumber at base in this simple storage, so let's go check that out. Let's come back here. See what we have sitting. And like I mentioned before, if I go ahead and turn this on, now this should, come on, activate. There we go. So now you can see the shadow creeping out and expanding. Now this is going to keep us safe, so we can actually do a bunch of stuff in our base during the day. We had 100 wood. Is that enough? It's probably only enough to make the sawmill. I guess we can leave that here. So here's our sawmill. And we're already out of wood, unfortunately. But we would come here. We would put in 20 pieces of wood. And that's going to spit out 1 plank and sawdust. I don't think it's 20 only gives us 1. I think it's just I think. Hopefully that's not, because that's a horrible exchange rate. That's a horrible exchange rate. Okay. So you need 20 to get 1 of 1. That's okay. Alright, game. And then we need to make a simple workbench, which we needed 8 planks. Oh, I got a lot of chopping trees to do. And like I said, I don't necessarily want to be doing this really close to my base right now, because I'm going to need... Let's save my bones. I don't want to use it all up. I want some shade. Oh, we could sleep, I think. This might sleep through the day. Hot, hot, hot. Can't tell if this goes and changes time or if it's just something you can safely AFK. I think it's just safely AFK. Is how I think that works. And you might actually heal up a little bit, because I'm pretty sure it's still probably what? Yeah, 1. So sleeping, not something that's going to help us pass time on. Up, down, start getting some of these trees. Because we need a lot. But once we get that simple workstation up, that is when we're going to be able to get some new gear. We'll be able to find new pieces of stuff to craft more and more gear. And the reason, if you're questioning, hey, why is there a bunch of random bones around a lot? Well, there are the roaming bands of skeletons and humans, and they will interact, you know. That's one of the cool things, too, is that enemies, even though they're enemies to, you know, everybody's an enemy to you, some things are enemies to each other, so it's a cool little thing to notice when they interact with each other. Hot, 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 hot! Let's see, where are we at? 292. That should be enough for... It's 20, 40... let's get a little bit more. It's enough. I just want to make sure I have enough for the simple workbench if it needs any lumber as well. Let's go ahead and use our ability to get to the trees quicker. Stick to the walls. Throw this in here, let that go. So we need 8. While that's doing that, because I don't have to just sit here and get some more stuff like stone. Let's get that stone. Sweet, sweet stone. And then thankfully, it's going to be nighttime. The cool thing about this game, too, is there's different rule sets that you can apply. I'm doing standard with that slight deviation with the way gates. But you can also choose an easier style. It doesn't have to be super challenging if you wanted a cool, just crafting, easy ARPG. And I really appreciate games that do that, because not everybody wants to, you know, come home from work or school or whatever and struggle with a game. Some want challenges, some don't. And it's really awesome when developers kind of keep that in mind. We have 8 yet? We have 4. We have 5 total, almost. I'm good, it's nighttime. Whew. So yeah, one of the things we're going to want to make here is we're going to want this blood press. Needs a lot. But this is going to be great for getting our blood stuff. Oh, and the vermin nest is going to be very important too. This is also going to help us lure a big rat boss at some point. We need to kill that rat boss for an ability, which is going to be pretty awesome. So now we're up to 10 hours, which is really good. But we're also going to need to get some of these blood balls there to increase our border. So our main focus for this base is to get to at least here. All right, so I'm not even worried about getting to this small area. I'm probably considering also stopping where this old castle used to be. Kind of follow this, but I'm probably gonna go all the way up to this wall if I can. Come down, and then go up again. So I want to cover a lot of space, but I also... Ooh, is this stone that I can break? Oh, so we can get explosives later, as you can see. And then as we get a stronger mace, we can get the copper. But we have some stone here. So yeah, we want to probably encapsulate this big stone in our base to begin with. Probably come out to here, blow it up later. We're in a nice, big, strong castle, and we're going to be able to, you know, get thralls to do work for us. Which is going to be a lot of fun, too. Oh, I'm so sad that our 100% blood is draining. But it's fine. It's been helpful right now to stay alive and get a lot of this going. Alright. I'm going to let this continue to chop away. But we now have enough to make our simple workbench. Let's go ahead and slap that there. We can interact, and now, as you can see, we can make a lot of cool things. First up is the reinforced swords in gear. So we can reinforce it. All it takes is some stone, planks, and our original bone sword, or, you know, bone gear. And then we can go up to copper. So once we get the blood mace here, we can hit the copper, bring us to copper, and then the copper will bring us, I think, iron, I think is the next one. And then as you can see, we have some improved blood guard stuff, or bone guard. We have some rings. Well, we might want to get the blood rose ring, because that's pretty easy. And then there's the grave digger. So this is just basic. And that becomes even more. And then you have things like this, the bone castle key. This item can only be used on servers that allow destruction and or seizing of enemy castles. So these would allow you to get into the enemy base. So you get all this resources to make, and you can kind of like raid places. Part of the reason I'm not doing this in multiplayer is people are going to easily have access to that, and I'm such a baby right now. Like, I just started. We got nothing. So they'd be able to absolutely destroy us. I think there's some blood. Did I just... No, here we go. Blood rose. I think this might be enough to get us the blood ring. Let's see if that was enough. Oh, I forgot we have 10 in here, too. Well, let's interact with our works. Can we make that blood rose ring? Yeah, let's do that. Nice, easy upgrade. And now, we're going to want to do the... I definitely want to do the mace first. So we could technically skip a lot of this and go right to copper. Like, we don't even have to mess around with, you know, the sword or the bone axe if we jump right into the copper world. So I know we need a lot more wood, and we can kind of set it and forget it. Yeah. Oh, I left the... Oopsie, come here, I need you. Another cool thing is it actually will indicate, for example, I have this equipped. If I wanted to switch to these weapons, the red means it's weaker. So, oh, we've completed it. Let's claim it. Blood altar. I tracked down a V-blood carrier and claimed its knowledge as my own. Construct and interact with the blood altar. So this is where we get into the meat and potatoes. This is how we're going to... We need 10 blood essence. We're just going to have to steal it from in here. Sorry. Sorry. Can I split? Oh, middle button. Okay. You go there. this is how we're going to track down those, as I mentioned before, those bosses that will give me new abilities if I attack them. So here we are. Here's the alpha wolf. If we attack them, we get the wolf form. It gives us some more speed. Nice little travel form. And then we have somebody like Errol, the Stonebreaker. Unknown power, but will allow us to learn the recipe for Big Stash. Then Rufus the Foreman. This is the recipes we're going to get, including the structure. We can get the woodworking bench. Then there's Keeley the Frost Archer. Structures, tannery, including some new stuff. And then as you can see, as we level up our gear, wow, there's so many. There's so many. And what we do is we hunt them down, drink their blood, and we get their power. So I guess we should go for track blood. And this will eventually lead us to where the wolf is. So he's probably in some wolf den around here. And that will give us progress and level us up in the game. With that, let's grab this stuff over here. I forgot what you can do with the sawdust. Oh, we get the blood press too. This is gonna get super cluttered, and I apologize, but I'm pretty sure we can move things at some point. Yeah, you can move structures, so we can do that later. So right now, I'm just strictly trying to... I keep hitting M, I'm so sorry. Get stuff going. So, here we go. We can see that if I make... if I put in 4 Tainted Hearts, we're going to get 60 Blood Essence, which is great. And then there's other things like Unsullied Hearts. We'll get those later. We can put 10 rats in here as well. They're going to pump out this lovely Blood Essence, which we need to keep... Oh, I'm so sorry. I keep hitting the wrong button. To keep our castle power going. Because otherwise, if it goes down, our building starts taking damage and starts to deteriorate, because our castle, like ourselves, needs and survives off of blood. But with that, folks, I think this is a great stopping point. We made some progress. The next part, we're going to go ahead and get our first ability, our first new ability, transforming into a wolf, which is great. Yeah, we're steadily making progress. But with that, thank you so much, as always, for stopping by and checking out my videos. I really appreciate it. Hope you're having fun, enjoying the series, as I certainly am. And I hope to see you next time. Bye!